Tired of the same old boring chords? Well, in today's class we're gonna talk about triads, and triads from this something like this. Woo. My name is Pedro, and like always, Pedro plays guitars. So basically, just to give it a context, what are triads? Basically, all the majors and the minor chords are formed by 3 notes that repeats in different octaves. And basically, triads, like the name said, you take 3 notes, usually the notes that form the major and the minor chords, playing not only them, but like all the inversions that you can make, that you add some flavor to your guitar playing. Instead doing, I don't know, something like a... You could do something, or maybe, or even if you want to go lower, I don't know. And the first step for starting building these abilities is to leave a like in our channel and subscribe to always be inside the lessons that are gonna pass. We got a great content here, and I'm preparing some classes that I think you're gonna like it. Most part of the class that I gave until now are focused on rhythm, but I'm preparing some stuff for solo too. So yeah, stay in tune and you're gonna know what I'm talking about, and I bet that you're gonna like it. So we're gonna give a brief introduction about major scale, just to make you guys know what we're talking about, just to contextualize you guys. And then we're gonna jump into the triads, but I swear it's gonna be quick. Basically, the rule that we use for all the chord building and everything is the major scale. For example, I'm gonna take the tone of C major. It's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Like I told some classes before, it's all one tone of difference, but the difference between the E and F is half tone, and this B and C. Depending on the tone that you're using, you're gonna use the major scale for each chord. For example, if you take the scale of G, you're gonna have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then G. But the shape is the same, can you see? Just a small parenthesis that I decided to put here while I was editing. It's not exactly about the shape that you're using. You can use other shape for the same thing. For example, it's about the intervals. For example, from E to A, we got 1 full tone of interval. From A to B, another full tone. From B to C, you got half tone. For the C to D, 1 full tone. For D to E, another full tone. For E, for F sharp, another full tone. And half tone to the F sharp to G. So what does that mean? It means that like for the first to the second is a full tone, second to the third, full tone, third to the fourth is a half tone. We're gonna use the numbers for now and then. 4th to the 5th, full tone, 5th to the 6th, full tone, 6th to the 7th, full tone, 7th to the octave is a half tone. So that's why we don't use like a C, D, E. We're gonna use numbers for this. Inside the major scale of C, the C is gonna be the 1st degree. We got the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, into the 7th, and then in the octave, we start again. So that's why you see chords with suspended 4 or chords with 13, and this kind of thing is every degree that we add to our chord. So I think that's basically the context that you need to know where it came from, the major and the minor chords. Okay? If we apply this position, I don't know, maybe in a G. All the major chords are formed by the first, that is also like the tone, the tonic, the 3rd, and the 5th. In the case of G, it's gonna be G, D, and D. So when we do a chord like this, we got here a G in the 6th, a B in the 5th string, a D in the 4th string, another G in the 3rd, a D in the 2nd, and another G in the low E4 string. And this is valid for all the chord shapes that you know. If I do like an A here, we got like the tonic, the 3rd, and the 5th. We got A, C sharp, and E. So here when we do something like this, we got A, E, A, C sharp, E, and A again. So it's basically this note repeated in different ways, in different octaves. Okay, so I think where the name Triads came from. If we just need 3 notes to make a chord, what if we just use 3 notes to make some chords? In this case, I can play like an A here, and I can locate another place where I can find this sequence of those 3 notes. For example, here. It's gonna sound completely fine. I can play here. I can play here. I can play, I don't know, here. Okay, so for showing the practice how you build the triads, I'm gonna use A, but you can apply this for, I don't know, every chord that you want. We're gonna talk about a little bit about the major triads, okay, for now. You're gonna have like you find the root chord, and if the root is in the A or in the E string, we're gonna use this format right here. For example, if you're using like a B flat, you can use this one. And so and then, if you got your root note on the D string, you're gonna have something like this. This shape right here, you can see in the bar chord of A in the 5th fret. And if it's located on the G string, I'm gonna use this format here, or you just keep going, depending on what tone you want to use for them. Pretty simple, isn't it? Okay, but you might wonder, if we just got, for example, in the E string, between the 0 and the 12, if we just got one A here, how can I have so many triads of A? If we just got one A over there? Well, it's because of inversions. And the inversion is nothing but you play the root, the 3rd, and the 5th in different orders. So now let's talk about the inversions of the triad, because this is a triad of A, and we got 2 inversions for this. The first one, I don't know if the name came for first one, because if you keep going the chord, you're gonna have this shape right here. Or if you look for the next A chord going through the neck of the guitar, you're gonna find this, because they have like a same sonority. But the first inversion is when we got the 3rd, the 5th, and then the root. And the second version, we got the 5th, the root, and then the 30. We already talked a lot about A. Let's use, I don't know, D now. We have this inversion right here, because the root is right here. The next inversion would be somewhere around here. We can make here too. As long as we got the 3rd, the 5th, and the root here. It's all the first inversion. And then we're gonna have the next inversion that is over here. The second inversion. The shapes are the same for the down string. When you got to the D string, The triad would be right here, where you find the root. The first inversion, you're gonna be something like this, or right here. Remember, we know the C shape, right? And the next inversion is gonna be right here. What is basically the A shape of chord, right? Or even the G shape, I don't know how to do. You're gonna have this triad over here. And for the last, the G string. If we got like the root right here, you're gonna have the first inversion right here. Sounding something like an E shape. And the next inversion that we're gonna have is right here. As a truly D shape of chord. Okay, and all about that, about all those inversions and everything, just talking about the major chords. And let's go for the minor, right? The first thing that we need to do for the minor chord is subscribe to this channel and stay in tune about all the news. Yeah, I'm saying it again. And you're not subscribed yet and you're out of the news. If it's too easy, let me know in the comments. If it's too hard, let me know in the comments either. I just want to have a conversation. I want to know how you can make it better. So let me know in the comments. So let's go for the minor triads. Okay, let's come back to how we make the chords. I'm gonna use B now. Let's use B. Remember when I say root, third, and fifth? Well, in the minor chords, we got a minor third. That means that we're gonna take the third, half tone down. So naturally, the inversion is gonna look really similar, but just with the third down. Not on the inversions, but of the triads. This is gonna be the shape for A and the E strings. For the D string, we're gonna have something like this. And from the G, the same rule for the triads, follow for the inversions. We're gonna take a little bit on the third down. The major, that would be something like a... Now it's gonna be bringing this 30 from here to here. Like here. And the next inversion, instead doing something like a... We're gonna do... it applies to all the inversions and all the strings. The shapes are the same for the A string. We're gonna have the first inversion right there. And the second inversion right here. On the D string, on the D, I mean, is have something like this. So the first inversion is gonna be around here. And the first inversion, second inversion. Here we used to have the triad right here. First inversion, second inversion, and so and then. Okay, and now you know all the inversions for the major and the minor chords. Well, how do you apply them? It's just simple. Substitute your chords by inversions. I remember that I used to start a little bit the rhythm of it, but I used to apply a lot when I was learning this to the Crazy Train song. That it's always using inversions and triads. But like I went extremely unnecessarily triads and inversion fullness and do something like don't know, something like this. No needs for this, but I don't know, maybe you grab a song that is like billions of songs around and you can do something. and like it's make more comfortable for you. It train your knowledge about the neck of the guitar and everything. It's a great tool for learning, and it's really useful. Even if you're a metal player or whatever, it's really common to see something like a sweep pickings or whatever. I don't know what metal players do. I'm not really into metal, but yeah, that's it. So if you like this content about inversions and everything, keep practicing the way that I told you, and don't forget to let me know what you think about this kind of content, this kind of more, I don't know, teaching thing. And not only with the comments, we got the like and dislike button, just to let me know. And you can follow up us on the Instagram, on TikTok. We got all the social medias, but the most important is here in the YouTube, where I give the full lessons, you know. Keep in touch, keep playing, and that's all. Bye guys, kisses.